Yes, I'm him. I did the impossible, but I'm not Kim. Gotta be by the escalator. Him on the rim, hit the butter with a blitz. We gon' study his film. I ain't gotta say nothing.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the New York Giants. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Oh, boy. Fuck, I can't find my play.
Ready, set. Don't let him down.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You talk about this Rams defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be caught downfield by Slayton. And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. A first down carry for Barkley. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The Giants at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in riding high. Just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
And I like the way that this team is winning football games because they're doing it the way that coaches love to preach. Penalties at a minimum because they've been very disciplined, very focused in their business.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Hyatt able to make the catch downfield. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 26. That one goes for 24 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He connects with Hyatt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Delson in motion.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That one complete. It's taped down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here.
Get out of
To
here,
the
man.
tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. Down to the 10.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, This ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Greg Newsome. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he will take it on for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. The prophetic oath, first do no harm. But right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
First down, Rams.
Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9.
They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Here we go on 2nd and 12.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Sensational!
Again.
Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week, as his first one here's away. Rodgers to return it. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they can really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
A throw over the middle, taken in. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover.
I wish they told you that playing cover 4, I kills tip playing cover 4. Can't play a defense again.
43, here's 2nd down and 1.
Now back to throw.
Can't block that out.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Going right side, he finds Slayton. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball will get all the credit, but how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
the middle with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Oh, my God, man.
Here he lost the football. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
To the right side and caught by Dell. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's brought down. And now an audible here into something else.
Oh,
Here's a
shoot.
quick throw right side, and it's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll look to throw again. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Second and 11. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
I'll really if he wanted that bum-ass defense against him. He kind of blitzed that linebacker. Not happening, bro. You got enough sacks of it, no more.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands.
Just so
even
you know.
if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
We got more than enough sacks from that linebacker blitzing.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
You're going to burn this cover too, right? I'm going to tell you that.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
I'm going to burn that cover too, man. He's trying
At the 6-yard line. And out goes all the way down at the 3. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half.
to. That blitzing like getting in there. I'll tell you that. You got it before. It's not
No
happening
wasted
anymore.
motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball down.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen
Might as well stop picking that play.
lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good on the extra point.
I don't know
And
if
it's now
DJ Coach
21
would
to
do that the
nothing.
same bullshit he was doing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw here. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So
sensational.
They go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
And here's Rodgers on the return.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Go, take it to the house.
You cannot come in that same defense again. I hope that's not the same defense.
They'll throw now on the final play. He'll air this one out for Kirk.
The turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of its coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hands it off.
Oh, he's standing right there, bro.
Up in there, but I don't think he got it. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Oh, man,
Nifty running by Barkley there on first down. He scoots forward for 7 yards, sets him up nicely, 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3.
Back to throw.
Sensational.
He's got it for a Giant touchdown. From 13 yards out, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Nation domination.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 28-0.
Rams, Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Went the wrong way.
Look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Giants.
They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Rams.
Back to throw again. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up.
A loss of 9 yards. It's 2nd down.
They'll look to throw here.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Intercepted. The Giants take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out.
There he goes, left side.
Down the left sideline. He may go.
Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Giants open the lead up to 34-0.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Second and 13. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
And now they'll shift things around.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
An audible here to get a new look.
Brings up 4th down.
They're going to try and throw.
That is caught. And he is going to have the Rams first down. Good work there on 4th and 1. They get 7 to move the chains.
Los Angeles.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Number 22. A gain of 13
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Looking to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 5.
They'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. 27 yards.
And the Rams are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Rams 7.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to feel a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just got to give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. 2nd and 4. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
They'll set up a throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
18, Rattlers, top 19, top 19. Trap 60, trap 60. 19 light. Go.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Rams are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
They'll take over a 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Rams get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants.
Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Let's go now.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 2.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess?
Touchdown! Christian Kirk, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Giants up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Next to score, Giants 42, Rams 14. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for LA. 48 yards.
And the Rams first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
They'll look to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now they'll change things up.
He'll drop to throw. Got his man, Dell. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Quick throw complete. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year.
And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Complete right side to Hyatt.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
Come on, set. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Now back to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 109. That ties it with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list.
And the Giants add 6 to their lead.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Rams 21. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit, but as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Warriors 70. Buffalo 18. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
They go play action here on first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and there's apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, They certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Giants,
the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year.
And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Rams, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.